Charlie and Teresa here, garden for two. Keep going, huh? Teresa's mowing. We just put in some posts, expanding the what I call sweet potato area, watermelon area, to give them more room to run. So we dug the post and mow it close along the edge, and then we cut this weed block. So we're going to install weed block around the border, and then we're going to put the fence up on it. So stay tuned, we'll show you what it looks like. Oh, there's my auger machine. That's what I dig the holes with. Right there. And then we just use zip ties. All right, Charlie and Teresa will be right back. So it's Friday, May 23rd, and we're expanding the sweet potato watermelon patch area so they could run all over the place. And I'm going to flip this around. So we also had volunteer tomatoes in this bed, so Teresa's digging those out and planting them in a regular garden. This fence, well, it's great to keep the deer out. We could only pick the strawberries on one side, so I'm taking that fence out and I'm going to wrap it all the way, hopefully all the way around there. So that's what we're doing. So now we just cut the grass down and we're going to install the weed block. And the way I cut the weed block, because it'll get frayed ends if you use a utility knife or a scissors. So it looks like that. But when I cut it with the torch, it looks more like that. It seals it. And that's the torch I use. That torch, you have to keep it upright, okay? There are ones that come with a hose that you could hook up your propane tank, so the tank can stay vertical and you can stretch the hose out any direction you want. So we're going to put this over here, and then you order these staples, and we order them 300 at a time. They look like that, right on down, holds the weed block down. And we do that half on one side of the fence and half on the other, and we can mow right over the weed block, so no weed whacking. That's the big deal about that. All right, so we'll show it to you when we get a little farther along. I think you need somebody that's good at making folds, wrapping packages or whatever, going around corners. And yeah, you got to get that down pretty good, so when you mow over it, you don't suck it up with the mower.
Yeah, I've only actually done that one time on the other side when I had the mower setting too low.
Just tuck it under there, and then we'll staple it down. The little staples, those that she's got there are shorter. Better to have the longer ones that are having the box here, the 6-inch ones.
One time you bought me short ones. I used them anyway.
Yeah, so 6 inches are better than the 4-inch staples. It's pretty incredible. Teresa's going to turn 71 years old this year. Look at her down on her hands and knees doing this kind of work. I can't get down there and do this anymore. I try and help every way I can, but it's tough. I do this stand-up heavy work.
Yes, you do. I can't do that. Good to have you.
And besides,
Talented people.
she's a perfectionist. I couldn't do it right. Don't let her hear you. Should play some music here. We got any good songs? Hi-ho, hi-ho. Off to work we go. I don't think she views this as work. It's gardening, and that's not work to her. All right, I'm going to press pause, and we'll jump back in a little later. Okay, while we're out back doing the fence, extending that area, we just got a call from the roofer. He's on his way with our new roof. That roof will be gone in a week or so. We're gonna just, I had to come up here to move the car. We're gonna drop the material in here, right along here. Make it easy for them to work. Okay, I'm going back to Teresa. Okay, just another quick update. That's what the corner there looks like. Teresa tucked it in. And it goes down. It's all stapled down. It goes down there. That's all stapled down. Here's the roll. I got to start cutting the next pieces there. So I kind of cut it halfway, so it's halfway inside and halfway outside. And then the fence goes up, and then no more weed whacking. Just mow with a riding mower. All right, that's the way it looks. All right, in between everything that's going on, the roof just came. We slid it off the trailer, dropped it here in the driveway. You're getting to see the color before Teresa does. Hope she likes it. It looks red though. She might say something about that. I don't know. But she wanted more brown. Okay. Okay, Teresa got sidetracked into having to do the spraying, which is ultra important. Spraying the trees and everything with the clay. So now she's spraying. It looks like she's spraying her onions. But anyhow, we got the weed block down. And I pulled the fence. I didn't secure it yet, but I pulled it around. And unfortunately, it's a little short. I wanted it to go all the way to this new old post, but it doesn't reach. So we got a new doorway. But that's what it looks like. And I am ready for lunch since it's after 1 o'clock. So I am going to call it quits here and go get some lunch. And I might call it a day.